Hare Krishna. Am I audible to all of you? Is it audible?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yes.
Hmm?
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare.
Thank you, Jarmish. So, thank you each and every one of you for giving me your valuable 1.5 hours of time to join this special session on the mind control, especially in this present ages which we are going through. We are in a lot of disturbances, lot of problems which is related to mind. Whatever you take it, it's an anger, stress, any emotion, any kind of emotion, it is related to mind. So when you want to, you have to control your emotions. Not all emotions are to be expressed in the same way. So the central thing for an emotion is the mind. So how do you control this mind? So there are so many literatures, so many books, so be written by different authors. They give the techniques of mind control. Some give a pyramid, some give some kind of meditation, some kind of uh, different kinds of techniques. As you can see in the market, there are lots and lots of literature available for mind. But there is no, these things won't work in a long run. Yes, in a short run, they may prove to be effective. See, for example, we are running a big run, we are continuously running. Our legs ache. When you stop running, then you will feel naturally there is some relief. But as you get, do you get relief? No, the pain starts because of the muscles get released and pain starts kicking off. Like this, in the same way, the mind control techniques which are available in the market right now, they may give you a good results in a short run or a temporary run, but they are not going to give you any results in the long run. So, what you should be doing? So, in the first session, we have seen about the goal of the human life, and second is to know about yourself. That now present, then these are the things about the goal you have set. You know who you are and where you are. Now you have to see the process. If your mind is not in the control, the journey will be a tough ride, or you cannot complete your journey. Forget anything. Even in the normal runs, you cannot go about your daily routines without having your mind under control. So this is the theme of our topic today. So I would like Dharmesh ji, Sagar ji, Shankar ji, Padmavati ji, Sheila ji, Devadas ji, Jagannath ji, Pushkala and Prasad Rao ji for giving your valuable time to learn about the mind control techniques. These for everything, you in fact mobile any product you take it, you have a user manual with you. Without user manual, you cannot operate your product. Similarly, there is an entity called mind, which has a user manual. Without reading the user manual, without going through the user manual, what purpose the creator, what purpose the person who has created his mind, how he has given an operational manual. Without that, our mind goes for a toss. This is nothing but the Bhagavad Gita. The entire scripture of Bhagavad Gita is about this mind control. So today we'll go dive into this concept of mind control. First, let us chant this. Let us chant the prayers. Let me okay. Some obstruction here. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhistam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kathamahyam Tadadi Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha Sri Rupam Sagradatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Sri Vishakhanvitam Sa He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitana Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhaktarunda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Samkarvati Vachalam Pangam Langaite Giri Yat Kripadam Ham Mande Shri Guru Dinatarinam Om Apavitra Pavitrova Sarvavastam Gato Piva Yes Mare Pundari Kaksham Sabhayantram Abhayantram Suchi Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu Sri Vishnu. So as we talked about, Bhagavad Gita is the manual how to operate our mind. So without this, our mind goes for a toss, we cannot control. So many of you have asked in the groups how to control anger, how to control fear, how to control my stress. The solution for everything is the mind control. So what does Sri Krishna is talking about in this session? Bhagavad Gita 6.6. Bandhur atmanastasya yenatmaitmatmanajitaha anatmanastu satrutve vartetatmaiva satruva. For him who has conquered the mind is the best of the friends. But for one who has failed to do so, his mind will remain the greatest enemy. So, what is the context for this? Before Arjuna asked so many various kinds of doubts. He asked, why should I do the war? Why should we should stop this war? It is a sin. And Krishna has explained so many things. The science of soul, you are not this body, you are the soul. And he reached a point where Krishna is talking about the mind control, especially in the 6th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, where Krishna is saying the practice of Ashtanga Yoga. Yoga, everybody, the Ashtanga Yoga, the Hatha Yoga, you say eightfold yoga system, pranayama, all those things. So why people are going for yoga today? It's only for the mind control. We are all so disturbed because of the corona or because of the office work we are doing, because of the studies which you are having. Our mind is continuously in a stressed condition. So we are looking after a solution where I can be happy. Where can I control my mind? So this is the reason why yoga is especially in the Western countries, it is booming like anything, and now it is being practiced even in India. So in this context, Krishna was saying how to control your mind. The mind is your best friend, or the mind can be your enemy. Generally, what happens is, you see anywhere, every product which you have has at least dual purpose. Like for example, a door. So why are we using for a door? A door can be used to get inside a room or get out of the room. Just like I think you might have traveled in aeroplane, flight journeys. At the source, you are eager to check in and go into the flight. So you take the door and try to go inside the flight and occupy your seat. So everyone is anxious to go inside a flight through the door. But when you reach the destination, what happens? You are anxious to go out of this flight from the same door. The door is same. You are the same. The flight is the same. So what is the difference between the at the source and at the destination? The only one thing is difference. Our mindset, our anxious. At the source, we are anxious to go inside. At the destination, we are anxious to go out of the destination. It is our mind, our consciousness, our state of mind that is making the decision, not the door. The door has not yet changed. So everything has a dual purpose. Similarly, mind has the dual purpose, which Krishna is saying. The purpose is it can be your greatest enemy or it can be your greatest friend. Imagine you are stuck. Imagine a hypothetical situation. Can happen naturally as well. Imagine yourself locked with a person. Consider room. There is nothing else. You are locked with one person. That person is your enemy. Can you stay in that room? Is it possible for you? No, you cannot stay even for a second. Then what? There is no chance of going out. So what can you? What will you be doing? Slowly, what happens? The same enemy slowly he becomes your friend. Over the period, becomes your friend. You try to make him a friend. Then what happens? Then if that room becomes a blissful place. Similarly, there is a entity along with you. That is nothing but mind. Presently, our mind is an enemy. Then why are you saying it's an enemy? There is another scripture, Upadesh, called Amrita Bindu Upanishad. And we have 108 Upanishads, and one of this Upanishad is Amrita Bindu Upanishad. So what is this Amrita Bindu Upanishad is saying? What is the quality of the mind? This mind is like a key. So you have a lock, it's a lock. You have a lock and a key. So what does the key do? It can lock it or you can unlock it. There are two functionalities. So what does this mind do? It can bind you or it can make you free. So in the first chapter, first and second session, what we have seen, we have to go out of this material world. This material world is full of distress. Ukalayam ashashvatam, which we have seen it. This is a place of misery. This is a place of temporariness. This is not a place for us to stay. We have come from a place where it is permanent. That is the soul or Vaikuntha Loka. So what does this mind is doing? Either it makes you bind into this temporary world or it can free you into the Vaikuntha. That is what Krishna is saying here. You can make your mind, you can conquer with for who has conquered the mind is the best of the friend. You have to conquer the mind. So when even in the sleep, the mind gets in an active state. Body can be inactive. It goes into deep slumber. Cannot be reacting, but your mind is functioning. So whether you are inactive or active, the mind is continuously active. So how can we control this mind? Some of you might have experience in handling a child. You have seen a small child. How they are being, how restless the child will be. So recently I was flying. So I have witnessed a mother trying to pacify her child. He was a man 3 to 4 years old. So he was crying for a toy. I want this toy right now, or I want this chocolate right now. He was literally crying. He was literally all over this place. He is jumping down. The mother is struggling very hard to control the child. He is not going to listen. I want this. Have you encountered such a situation? Many of you are parents over here who has younger child, or you have gone through this phase, or you are going to cross this phase. Everyone has seen that. It is very difficult to pacify a child when he cries. The mind is like that crying child. It's like a monkey, or as some say, it has a monkey. What does monkey do? It jumps from one branch to another branch to this branch, first branch to second branch to fifth branch to 10th branch to second branch again. It is always restless. Our mind is like that, a restless child. Imagine such a naughty child who is not going to sleep. See, many child during the month's time, they won't sleep during the night. They cry. You do not know why they are crying for. They cry and make your sleep. You have a sleepless night. He will make sure you will have a sleepless night. So imagine such a naughty child, and who is not sleeping, it is within yourself. How can the person will be in a state of peace? You cannot be. You cannot be in a stabilized state. Always it will ask for something and something. Okay, it's a child. So what will you do when a child cries? You give some object. Hello, take this object and try and play. Immediately when the child gets that object, what will he be happy? No. He says, okay, I don't want this right now. So he was crying for a toy. You give the toy. And what happens is he throws the toy. I don't want this toy. I want chocolate. Then you will run for the chocolate. You will bring the chocolate and give it. Then what will he do? He will see the chocolate, throw it. I don't want chocolate. I want mobile. So he will be continuously changing his decision. He will not be in a state to take, yes, my father has given. My mother has given this, what I required. Then I will go and play. He will not do that. You cannot make the child happy because it is indecisive. This is another nature of our mind. It is indecisive. It is always fickle. So what we go for one kind of enjoyment. So say you go for eating outside. So immediately when you go for eating outside, mind says, okay, now enough. We'll go for a movie. Okay, movie is finished, go for a park. If you don't go for a park, I will be unhappy. Your mind is always indecisive. You cannot take any decision. Have you faced this situation where you cannot take any decisions? So this is the nature of your mind. So the scriptures, our Vedic scriptures say the functionality of a mind is to think, feel, and willing. Thinking, feeling, and willing. So Krishna, that's why it says, for one who has conquered that mind, the super soul is already achieved. How can you reach God? You have to control your mind. For he has attained tranquility. To such a man, happiness and distress, heat and cold, honor and dishonor are all the same. So this is a quality of a person who has controlled his mind. For him, happiness and distress, these are emotional level. These are at intellectual level. Happiness and distress, for him, both are one and the same. Heat and cold, physically. Now today we are seeing We are going through winter season. Now summer, we are going from summer season to winter season. And we'll go back to summer season one day again. So for one who has controlled his mind, there is no difference between the heat and the cold at the physical level. At the honor and dishonor, this is at ego level. Each and every one of us who are listening has a particular kind of ego, which we should accept it. I have done so much work. Why my boss is not recognizing me? I have done nothing wrong. Why this person is scolding me? Honor and dishonor. We want to be recognized. We don't want to be dishonored. This is at our ego level. When our mind is in the control, when a person who has this mind in control, for him, honor and dishonor are both one and the same. He is not bothered about it. Naturally, he will be in a stable condition. So then in 6.34, Bhagavad Gita, he says, the mind is restless, turbulent, obstinate, and very strong. Then this is not we said it's a monkey, but it is a strong monkey. You have seen big monkey, right? Like a chimpanzee. Can you control a chimpanzee as you control a normal small monkey? No. It is very strong. How strong it is? It is like controlling the wind. Have any scientific technology? Have you have encountered a technology where you can control tsunamis, where you can control cyclones? We are saying we are progressing in the development. We are development. Okay, let us take about US. They are developed countries. Are they controlling the cyclones, tornadoes? Every year they are devastated by so many tornadoes. Even the so-called advanced countries, they are unable to control the wind. This mind is like that strong wind, a cyclone. How you cannot control a mind? That's what Krishna is saying. This mind is, Arjuna is saying, you are Krishna, you are asking me to do this mind things. Whatever you given is very nice to say, but for me, controlling is like controlling the wind. I cannot control to do it. But Arjuna, who is much more greater than us. He has graduated in Saptarushi universities. We have done in some other universities. You may be NIT, IITs, or some other universities. But Arjuna has graduated from Saptarushi University, 7 sages, Agastya, all Bharadwaja. There are 7 rishis. They are the guru of Arjuna. And one day when Arjuna was going to Indrasabha to meet his father Indra. What happened? Urvashi tried to seduce Arjuna. She is a damsel. She is the most beautiful. What our Miss India, Miss Universe, they are uncomparable to the beauty of Urvashi. She was trying to seduce Arjuna. Then what was Arjuna's reply? Hey mother, you are like a motherly figure to me. How can I have a relation with you? How can I have a union with you? He could control his senses. Imagine our situation when a beautiful lady comes, I want to have union with you. What about the situation for our generation right now? Immediately, we'll take her to a long ride, some scenic beauty places, and try to purchase anything what she likes, isn't it? We cannot control our senses. Arjuna is able to control his senses. He is called Dhananjaya. He has conquered many places and accumulated so much wealth for this. So there are many glories for Arjuna. So what if Arjuna is saying that he cannot control his mind? What control we can do? How can we control our mind? Everybody says you should control your mind. This is what we generally hear in our day-to-day lives. If Arjuna cannot do it, how are we supposed to do it? What is our qualification in doing it? So what is our qualification? So Lord Sri Krishna said, "Oh mighty armed Arjuna, oh mighty armed son of Kunti, it is undoubtedly very difficult to curb this restless mind." Krishna has accepted it now. Now, earlier Arjuna was saying, "I cannot control my mind." And Krishna is also accepting now. You cannot control your mind. It is always restless. So where is the hope for us? Krishna, the Supreme God, he said, you cannot control your mind. But he said, it is not impossible, but it is difficult. Krishna is not saying it is impossible, but it is difficult. Then how can we control? By suitable practice and detachment. Sometimes, see, when you are engaged in like cricket match, you have recently, see, you are, when India or Pakistan was playing T20 first cricket match after so long years, everyone was anxious to see. They have set up big screens. Everyone was focused on the current match. So any disturbance, suppose your wife calls or your child calls you, what you do? You immediately go and come back. Don't want to waste even a single call. You're so anxious. So what you are doing, you are trying to pull yourself to that match again. Though there is a disturbance, though the call is a disturbance to you, you are trying to come back into your focus, the match. Similarly, you should do the same thing with the mind. When you sit and do your meditation, naturally our mind goes somewhere. You have to pull your mind back. This is my important thing. Just like that India-Pakistan match is most important thing at that moment. The 4 hours of match is very much important for you. Similarly, this meditation time is much more important. You should understand the importance. When you understand the importance of your goal, until and unless you understand that, you cannot focus. You will naturally focus which is important to you. When you understand that particular importance of this meditation, then you will try to focus by practice. You have to bring back your mind. You have to detach from something else. Naturally, there are something else we have to be detached. The unfavorable situations. Not everything is favorable for your mind control. People say, do whatever nonsense you can do. You pay for me and I will deliver you. Do whatever nonsense you want. I will take your responsibility and deliver you. This is not going to happen. You have to let go of something else. Naturally, when you have a child, bringing up the child is very much important, more than your sleep. Why parents are sacrificing their sleep? Because for the sake of well-being of the child. The well-being of the child is more important than the sleep. So what you have done, you have detached yourself from sleeping and you have attached it for the highest purpose. Similarly, in the path of spirituality, there are certain things which are unfavorable that you should let go. Without that, it is not possible. You all have watching movies in theater. So what happens when you go into theater and you sit comfortably holding your popcorn? One light shuts and other light starts. your main lights shuts down, your projector lights comes on. You cannot have a good experience of movie when you have a bright light, isn't it? The major bright light should stop. Then you can have a beautiful experience of the movie. So when one light shuts down, other light starts up. One process is called detachment, and other process is called attachment. It is not possible artificially. You cannot detach yourself. It is impossible until and unless you have a superior goal. When your goal is to go back home, go back out of this material world, you have to attach to something else and you have to let go of something else. That is what Krishna is saying. By suitable practice, Krishna is saying, by suitable, not every practice will give you. There are certain suitable practices which help you control your mind. When you do that practice, and by detachment, you have to let go of something else, then only you can progress. Then how can I control this? What is the practice? Mantra. Mantra meditation. Mananat trayate iti mantra. The definition of mantra is manat trayate iti mantra. Using this mantra, you can deliver yourself, your mind. Mantra is a sound vibration that delivers your mind. It controls your mind. The path of bhakti is true natural process of controlling the mind. So the bhakti process is nothing but your mind control. Mind control and bhakti are not different. It's a natural process of the bhakti. So which mantra should I take? Is there any mantra? I can take any mantra. I can sound vibration, right? Can you utter Coca-Cola? Say Coca-Cola, 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 until and for how many hours you can chant it? You cannot chant the name of Coca-Cola more than 2 minutes. It is impossible. So mantra should be coming from an authorized scriptures, the Vedic literatures. Those mantras should be acceptable. Like Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. There is one mantra. Govinda, Krishna. These names are called the mantras. The path of bhakti is the true natural process. Spiritual advancement without mind control is simply an illusion. If your goal is to advance in, many of you have said, I want to progress in spirituality. I want to dive deep into the spirituality. I want to connect to God. If you want to do any of these things without the mind control, it is not possible. It's simply an illusion. People will say, eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, enjoy whatever you want, and practice spirituality. The success is guaranteed. It is simply an illusion. There are certain things which we have to do for that purpose. So if your goal is to advance in spiritual life, then it's a must to control our mind. So this mantra meditation is not a new process, which is not invented by any people. All the bona fide religions are having this mantra. Like Christianity, they have this rosary braids. Have you seen the church father? They have the rosary braids on their neck. So they take out and they chant the holy names. Buddhists, they also do on the Chapamala. Islam, Islam, they call it Mispaha. That contains 33 beads. They chant the holy names of Allah on this Mispaha. Every bona fide religion has a particular process of chanting. But one thing is common. Chanting of the holy names is common. Chanting of the names on the beads is common. Even our Vedic Hindu, like you see the poster of Shiva. So majority of your position is on the meditation with a Chapamala. We call it Japamala. So there is a different process of self-realization. The human goal is to understand who you are. That is the purpose of self-realization. You are given this intelligence to know who you are and realize yourself. So there are different processes for several realization. The chanting of the holy name is the primary process of this realization, which is not new to any other religion. Every religion, not only Christianity, even Zoroastrians, take any religion, go to a bona fide person and say, "Are you chanting the holy names?" They say, "Yes." Every religion has a process of chanting. So after the Mahabharata war was finished, what happened? So Krishna takes Yudhishthira to Bhishma Dev, where Bhishma Dev gives the knowledge about the Dharma Shastras, what kind of duties you have to do. So there are several question and answers. This comes in the Vishnu Sahasra. So when Yudhishthira sits before Bhishma, Bhishma glorifies Vishnu that is famous as it is Vishnu Sahasranama. Especially in South India, people literally know about Vishnu Sahasranama. They recite left and right about Vishnu Sahasranama. Maybe I do not know about North Indians. Maybe they also do Vishnu Sahasranama. But especially in South India, we all have this Vishnu Sahasranama. So this is a common technology. Today I am doing Vishnu Sahasranama. Everybody is invited to chant this Vishnu Sahasranama along with me. We do invite other people. We consider it auspicious. So what does Vishnu Sahasranama say? What does Bhishma say in these things? So first, Dharmaraj asks, O Dharma Sarva Dharmanam Bhavata Paramo Mataha Kim Japan Mukhyate Dantur Janma Samsara Bandhana. So what do you consider the best of all the religious process? What mantra should one chant to become free from the bondage of repeated birth and death? Intellectual question by Dharmaraj. It is for all of our sake, for our sake. So the best of the religious process is to chant the holy names. If you are saying, I am a religious person, I am following a religion, we should be chanting the holy names. And that is which mantra is being asked by Dharmaraj. So Bhishma Dev was like, Esha me sarva dharmanam dharmodi katamo mataha yat bhaktya pundari kacham stavair cherin narastata. I think the best of all the spiritual activities is to continuously and devotedly worship lotus-eyed Lord Sri Krishna. Pundarikaksha. Sri Krishna is nothing but the Pundarikaksha, the lotus-eyed. By reciting prayers, glorifying him and describing his holy names. When you are chanting the holy names, you are actually glorifying the Pundarikaksha. That's what Bhishma Dev is suggesting. Of all the religious practices, we have so many mudras, tantras, artis going on. But the highest of all those processes is to chant the holy names. And text 4 says, Stuvan nama sahasrena purusha stato titaha. One should always enthusiastically glorify him by chanting the Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Vishnu. So the Vishnu Sahasranama says that when you chant these 1,000 names of Vishnu, you are automatically going from the bondage of this material world. And Mukunda Mala Stotra, Kulashekar Agarwal, one of the prominent acharyas of Sri Sampradaya. You know TTD, Tirumala Devasthanams. You have seen so many alvas. So in the month of December and January, Sri Sampradaya people will do Goda Kalyanam. So one of the prominent acharyas of the Sri Sampradayam is Kulashekar Alvar. We call them alvas. So what does Kulashekar Alvar saying about? Satru Chedeka Mantram Sakalam Upanishad Vakya Samupujya Mantram samsaro cheda mantram, samuchita tamasha sanga nirayana mantram, sarveshwareka mantram, vyasana bhujaga sadasya santram mantram, Digve Sri Krishna mantram, japa japa satatam janma safalya mantram. Digve Sri Krishna mantram, japa japa satatam janma safalya. This Sri Krishna mantram makes your life beneficial. The purpose of your life is to chant this holy name of Krishna. O tongue, please constantly chant the whole mantras composed of the Sri Krishna's names. This is the only mantra for destroying all the enemies. The mantra worshipped by every Upanishad. Yes, 108 every Upanishad is worshipping the mantra of Sri Krishna. The mantra that uproots the samsara. The mantra that drives away the darkness of ignorance. So we have celebrated Diwali. Diwali is a festival of lights. From darkness to light. From ignorance to knowledge. So, what is this Diwali all about? What is its light? The light of Sri Krishna mantra. We celebrate the light of Sri Krishna mantra, which brings us from ignorance to knowledge. The mantra for attaining infinite opulences. Mantra for those bitten by the poisonous thing. This Kala Sarpa. We say Kala Sarpa dosha. So this time is like a serpent. Is continuously biting us. To come out of this poison, you have to take this mantra of composed of Sri Krishna's name. So then is Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Sri Chaitanya Prabhu, one of the prominent persons of the Gaudiya Sampradaya or Vaishnava Sampradaya, Brahma Sampradaya, he has composed the verse from Sri Shishtastakam. Nam Namakari Bahuda Nicha Sarva Shaktish Tatrarpita Niyamita Smaranena Kalaha Etadrishi Tava Kripa Bhagavan Mamavi Durdaivam Idrisham Ihajanana Nanuragaha. So everybody asks, where is God? Krishna was there in Dwapara Yuga. Why did he leave us like this? So I can see so many bad situations happening. So many things. Women are being raped. People are being killed. They are being kidnapped. So many negative situations happening in our world. So where is our God? So here is our mantra. What is he saying? Krishna, before leaving this Dwapara Yuga, has left his entire potency in his holy names. Namnam Akari Bahudas Nija Sarva. Nija Sarva Shakti, his own potencies. He has kept those own potencies in this each and every name. You take Govinda, you take Krishna, you take Vasudeva, all those things. The entire potencies are in these holy names. Oh my Lord, your holy name alone can render all the benedictions. So, what the Krishna done to Arjuna, this holy name will do it for us. This holy name is non-different from Krishna because he has put his entire energies in these names. So don't think that this chanting is an ordinary process. It's not an ordinary process. We are addressing the energy of the Lord. So as we have seen in the previous sessions, our aim is to be self-realized. The goal of human person is to be self-realization. And not each and every one of who claim to be Hindu, they know about the 4 cycles. The Satya Yuga, or it's called TRETA Yuga, Dwapara Yuga, and Kali Yuga. These are the 4 cycles. Here, TRETA, Dwapara, and Kali Yuga. These 4 cycles, 4 yugas, they continuously repeat. It's not like Satya Yuga is finished and ultimately Kali Yuga comes. When Kali Yuga finishes, everything is zero. No. After Kali Yuga, you are going to be in Satya Yuga again. So when these 4 cycles gets finished, it's called one kalpa. It's called a kalpa. So there are so many kalpas. Means in the life of a soul, there are so many cycles of Satya, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali Yugas. So in each and every yuga, there is a particular process of self-realization. In the Satya Yuga, it is the duration of Satya Yuga was 1 crore 7 lakh 28,000 years. This is the duration of this Satya Yuga. The process of self-realization was meditation on Vishnu. All the people you can see in the pictures, they were meditating on the form of Vishnu. That is the prime duty of human being for the self-realization. You have to meditate on Vishnu. So how long they have to meditate? Not 1 day, 1 hour, or few days. They used to do it for thousands of years. Gora tapas under. They say Gora tapas. Gora tapas means thousands and thousands of years. So during this yuga, as you all know, there are 3 modes: Rajo, Tamo, and Sattva. Sattva guna sattvic aharam. People say sattvic, 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 and Rajo and Tamo. Sattvic is mode of goodness. Tamo is mode of ignorance. Rajas is mode of passion. So we are all governed by these 3 modes. Predominantly one of these modes. In Satya Yuga, people were in the mode of goodness. Sattva guna was predominant. That's why there are less quarrel, all those things. The time of death or transcendence was chosen at will. A person has choice to die at any time he wishes. But now we do not know when death comes. We are forced to undergo death. But in Satya Yuga, they have the entire thing. They used to meditate when they bring the life air. They call it pranayama. Pranayama is one of the technique of meditation, and they bring the life air and they exit from the Brahmarandra. 7 chakras, all you see. Those were done in the Satya Yuga time. The average lifespan of human being was 100,000 years. Imagine 100,000 years they used to live it, and average height was 32 feet. So the primary self-realization was meditation on. Next comes the Treta Yuga. It is a silver age. It lasted for 1 crore 2 lakh 96,000 years. The process of self-realization was yajnas. You know, Rama used to do so many yajnas, Ashwamedha yajna, Rajasuya yajna. It happened till the time of Maharaj Yudhishthira. The average lifespan was 10,000 years and average height was 21 feet. So the godly qualities decreased by 1/4. Now the destruction of godly nature has coming down. It is during this time the Varnashrama system. So what is this Varnashrama Dharma system? That Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Sudra. These are the 4 Varnas. Ashramas were Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, and Sannyasi. So Varna and Ashramas. Varna. So people nowadays they say it is a division of people. No, it is not the division of people based on the birth. We don't call Brahmana by birth. Brahmana is by quality. Kshatriya is a quality. Vaishya is a quality. Even in our offices, even in our day-to-day life, you can see there are thinkers, there are executors or managers, and there are people who actually does all the work, field work. The thinkers are called the Brahmana class. The one who manages entire project, entire activity, they are called Kshatriyas. The one who oversees the activities is a Vaishya. He is a maintainer of the executors. The person who is working in the field, so we do so many field works. right? There are many people like army. They are going and working in the fields. They are Shudra class. Shudras are one who actually implements all the activities. It is not a division based on your birth. It is a division based on your quality. Imagine a person who is a developer is given a role of a manager. He is unable to do it. Or if he's a manager, if he is given a responsibility of a developer or a one who is person who sits, manager cannot sit at one place. He has to go and execute the projects. He has to make the people run. He cannot sit and type. So a manager cannot develop the code. A developer cannot work like a manager. It's a different quality. It's a mismatch. That's why you can see so much people are going here and there for jobs. They say, I'm not satisfied with my job. Because a Brahmanical person cannot work like a manager. A managerial person cannot work like a man. Shudra. So this Varnashrama system was introduced during this Treta Yuga. The one Veda was oral test. There is one Veda, only one Veda. Now we have 4 Vedas. At that time, there is only one Veda was given as orally. They used to give orally from Guru to Sishya. Dwapar Yuga. Then came the Dwapar Yuga. It is called the Bronze Age or 8 lakh 60. It lasted for 8 lakh 64,000 years. The process of self-realization is worshipping the deity. Go to temple and worship. So there are so many temples. You can see the Narasimha Swami sculpture 40,000 years back. So this Dwapar Yuga finished around 5,500 years ago. We have entered into Kali Yuga 5,500 years back only. So before that, it was Dwapar Yuga. So you can see this sculpture on the right. It is a sculpture of Narasimha Swami, which is 40,000 years old. Naturally, it is from the Dwapar Yuga period. The temple worship which we see daily is introduced during this Dwapar Yuga stage. And average lifespan was 1,000 years. And average height is about 11 feet. So there are battles between many kingdoms, between godly and demonic. You can see the war between godly and demonic. You can see that the war between Arjuna and Duryodhana. Duryodhana was demonic, Arjuna was godly. So 2 people were fighting. The demons and Devatas are born in one family. Even in one family, there is two natures. One is demoniac, another is godly. You are seeing in our day-to-day life as well. One person is inclined to God, other person is not inclined. So even in our family, we can see demons and godly. So human lived with predominance of passion and ignorance. Slowly, the godly nature has started to disappear. In Kali Yuga, this is called Iron Age. This is an age of hypocrisy and quarrel. Hypocrisy means you say one thing, you mean another thing. You say, I will do this, but you will not do it. Meaning is actually different. For small reasons, we start to quarrel. There should not be any other reason. Just, I have seen a couple fighting. So why these 2 couples are fighting? Why the couple are fighting? The husband and the wife fighting. So husband says, you should press the toothpaste on the bottom. Wife says, I don't mind. I will press the toothpaste whichever way I like. Is there any reason to fight in this? Wherever you press, that toothpaste comes out. You take it and brush your teeth. But husband says, you should press it from the bottom. Wife says, I will press it anyway. For small pretty reasons, we fight. This is the age of hypocrisy and quarrel. That's why we can see a lot of quotes, a lot of documentation. You don't trust your own spouse. You don't trust your own parents. You make sure that our father Our parents executes that will before he leaves. This property belongs to so and so. We don't trust even our parents. This is the age of hypocrisy. If you want to see, if you want to experience how a Kali Yuga looks, is hypocrisy and quarrel, just watch Big Boss. That Big Boss show is nothing but hypocrisy and quarrel. One speaks about the other behind his back. Immediately, some quarrel starts. The entire gamut of Kali Yuga you can see in that house. People are taking entertainment in that. That is nothing but Kali Yuga. The Big Boss is an small example of Kali Yuga, how Kali Yuga looks like. But the good thing about Kali Yuga is the process of Sankirtana Yajna. There is a called Sankirtana, the chanting of holy names. The chanting, when you see the kids, when you chant the holy names on the kids, that is a process, simple process of realization. The average lifespan is 100 years. So once here I can remember one beautiful story. So there were 3 sages who were fighting. Which yuga is the best yuga? Satya Yuga, Dwapar Yuga, TRETA Yuga, or Kali Yuga? So which among these 4 yugas are the best yugas? One person is saying Satya Yuga because you can practice meditation very easily. One says TRETA Yuga, you can do, you have so many benefits of yajnas. Other person says Dwapar Yuga because Krishna, Bhagwan is Swayam, you can see in Dwapar Yuga. It is very easy. Almost they have neglected this Kali Yuga at all. He says, leave about Kali Yuga, there is nothing good about it. They were fighting among themselves. So all these 3 sages, they went to one senior sage who was doing this Sandhya Vandanam. Okay. So, hey Rishi, among these yugas, what do you consider the best yuga? The sage replied, among all the 4 yugas, Kali Yuga is the best yuga. All the 3 were shocked. Kali Yuga. This Yuga is an age of hypocrisy and quarrel. You can see we are going to have these nuclear bombs. We are all building nuclear weapons, nuclear hydrogen bombs. So each and every nation has a particular nuclear bombs. So imagine if they press one button, this nuclear missile goes and hits in the country, entire country is going to be vanished in a matter of seconds. The Hiroshima, Nagasaki, the Japanese, the US has thrown this Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and Japan was completely wiped off in a matter of seconds. We are addicted to mobiles. We are in an age of distraction. So you see, when you want to play a nice music, people start doing something else. There is something noise coming from it. Your child cries. So there are so many kinds of distraction. Our mobile is a kind of distraction. You yourself know it. And people are addicted to women. So there you can see in the Las Vegas, there are so many things. People are going for enjoying with women illegally. Even in the past Kali Yuga, not this Kali Yuga, in the previous Kali Yuga before this cycle, you have this so many people suffered a lot because of this famine, because of various diseases. Corona situation. You are saying one country, because of one country like China or some other country which stepped in, is the result for this corona? No. They may be an instrument in that. But this Kali Yuga is filled with famine. Kali Yuga is filled with viruses. If not corona, there is another thing. If you read the Bhavishya Purana, what the quality of the Kali Yuga, very gory situation. People start eating themselves. You kill your own child and eat. Imagine, today we are eating, you can see people eating chicken and mutton. Tomorrow you are going to see people eating human beings. This is the nature of Kali Yuga. And these sages, they are shocked. This senior saying, Kali Yuga is the best Yuga. What good is it all about? What good you can see around yourself? Everywhere there is some kind of distraction, some kind of nonsense going on. And how can this say it is the best Yuga? Because the Brihad Naradiya, another Purana called Narada Purana, 26 says, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama eva kevalam, Kalo nasteva, nasteva, nasteva gatiran. Kalo means in the age of Kali. So for the spiritual progress in this Kali Yuga, there is no alternative, no alternative, no alternative. He is focusing, stressing the word 3 times in this Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga. There is no alternative. If you are searching for another alternatives, sorry, you are not going to find anything. The only process in this age is to chant the holy names, and the holy names. Nobody else. So why in the Narada Purana it is stressed 3 times? Because we are distracted. First time you don't listen. Okay. You say, okay, fine. Second time, you paid little bit attention. Third time, you start focusing. Just like your wife calls you once. Hey, come here. If you don't listen, what happens? She raises her voice. The tone of voice increases. Hey, you come. But even though if you don't listen, what happens? She starts shouting with your name. Hey, come on. She literally starts and then you will start listening. Isn't it? In this age, we don't listen, we don't focus at one go. We have to be taught 3 times. That's why Purana also says, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama. Nasti eva, Nasti eva, Nasti eva. If you are finding any other alternative sources for spirituality, for your mind control, I'm sorry, you are not going to get anything. Clearly statement of the scriptures. You are not going to get anything without the holy name. Bhagavad Gita 10.25 is also saying, Krishna says, Yajnanam japosmi, yajñosmi. Of the sacrifices, I am the chanting of the holy name. The chanting of this mantra is non-different from Krishna. Arjuna has physical presence of Krishna. How can we benefit? We can benefit only through the process of chanting the japa. It is non-different from Krishna himself. So this japa is not an ordinary saying like Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola. You will be tired with saying the Coca-Cola, but you will not get tired by chanting the holy names of Krishna. There is another scripture called Srimad Bhagavad 12.3.51. What is he said? Kaler dosha nide rajan astihi eva ko kurban gunaha kirtanat eva krishnaya mukta sanga param braje. My dear king, so this is a statement given by Shukadeva Goswami, Shukadeva Muni, to King Parikshit. Parikshit was the grandson of Arjuna. So Shukadeva was explaining the process to Parikshit Maharaj. My dear king, although Kali Yuga is an ocean of faults, we always find faults. So put your finger, you can find any fault in a human being. It's very easy to find a fault. But even though in this age of fault finding, we have one good thing, one good quality about this age. It is simply by chanting of this holy Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one can become free from this samsara bandhana. The samsara means the cycle of janma, mrityu, jara, and vyadi. These 4 are part of samsara. You can come out of this bondage by chanting of this holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. And next, in the next verse also it says, Kritat et dhyato Vishnu, Tretayam yajnato maka, Dwapare paricharyam, hello, Tadari Krankirtana. You can see here, it is, I'm not saying any words which I like. Every word which I am speaking is backed by a verse from a scripture. This is the authenticity of the Sampradaya system. So when you go for Apasampradaya, when you see there are so many speakers speaking about Bhagavad Gita, so many things, but they don't quote you a verse. So when you ask, where is your proof? You speak so many things. Go and ask for a proof. Where is the proof coming from? It should be coming from a scripture. The scriptures, the parampara system is the authenticity. You can see here, whatever slides which I showed you earlier are all has a reference in Srimad Bhagavatam or called Bhagavata Purana. So whatever the result was obtained in Satyuga by meditating on Vishnu, in Treta Yuga by performing sacrifices, and in Dwapar Yuga by serving the lotus feet of God's lotus feet, can be obtained in Kali Yuga simply by chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Just it will take you 2 hours of time to chant this. The result which you are going to get is the same result which persons used to do in Satya Yuga, Treta Yuga, and Dwapar Yuga. There is no difference in this. In this Padma Purana, Uttarakhanda 70-25, it says the same thing. Whatever is the result obtained in the meditation in Satya Yuga is the result performance getting in Treta Yuga, and by worship of Lord Krishna's lotus feet in Dwapar Yuga, same result very simply you are going to get in this Kali Yuga by the chanting of the name of Lord Krishna. This is what that fourth sage was saying about. By mere small practice of chanting of the holy name, you are going to get so much result. That is the benefit of this Kali Yuga. So what does this Hare Krishna Mahamantra mean? You all chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra. What does this mantra mean? If you see, there are only 3 names in it. Hare, Krishna, and Rama. Hare means the energy of God. Krishna has this energy. You are addressing that energy. It's a powerful word that directly energy gives. You need some energy to do it. Without that energy, you will not be doing any work. That you are addressing the energy of Krishna in this word Hare. Then what does this Krishna mean? Krishna doesn't mean a Hindu god, a mythological figure. Our scriptures are not a mythology. If anybody says it's a mythology, please start it. Our shastras are not mythological. They are historical. Krishna is not a mythological figure. He is an historical figure. Krishna means Sarva Akarsha iti Krishna. Akarsha iti. God, Bhagavan means one who attracts all the living entities. That name of attraction is called Krishna. Krishna is the name of attraction. Krishna is Bhagavan. So Krishna, the name of the Supreme Personality, Sarva Akarsha iti Krishna. Rama means all pleasure. Rama iti Rama. Rama iti Rama. Rama means you're enjoying the pleasure. Rama means the reservoir. When you chant the holy names, you are actually addressing the energy of the Lord, Supreme Lord Krishna, who is all attractive. And not only he is attractive, he gives pleasure. He is a pleasure. So without the chanting of the holy names, you are not going to get any pleasure. Every pleasure is going to be temporary. This is the meaning of this mantra. O energy of the Lord, please engage me in the loving service of the Lord Sri Krishna. We are actually asking to make us to the service of Krishna. That is the meaning of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So why should we chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra only? The Falasutri of Vishnu Sahasranama. Naturally, the Falasutri comes at the end of the end. So what is the conclusion of the Vishnu Sahasranama? So Parvati Devi asks Lord Shiva, what are you chanting? What is the reply of Lord Shiva? Sri Rama Rama Rameti Rame Rame Manorame Sahasranama Tatulyam Rama Nama Varanane. I chant the holy name of Rama, and thus enjoy this beautiful sound. Why? This holy name of Ramachandra is equal to 1,000 holy names of Vishnu. Means one name of, if you say Rama once, you are actually chanting the 1,000 names of Vishnu once. The entire Vishnu name, Sahasranama, you have chanted, provided you chant with a faith, provided you chant with the consistency. If you say Rama with intensity and prayer, you are actually has done Vishnu Sahasranama. You have done it. That's what Shiva is saying. If you chant the holy names of Rama even once, it is as good as singing 1,000 names of Vishnu. That is the potency of word Rama. Then also the verse from Brahmanda Purana. Sahasranama punyam trir avrutev yat phalam ekavrutyatu krishnasya namekam tat prayachati. If one utters Sri Krishna Nama once, one obtains the same result that comes from chanting the pure Vishnu Sahasranama 3 times. So one name of Krishna is equal to 3 times Vishnu Sahasranama, or it is as good as 3 Nama names. So one Krishna is equal to 3 Rama names. So if you say Krishna, means you have said 3 times Rama. Means you have already chanted 3,000 names of Vishnu. So these are the 2 references where you can see the potency of the name Rama, potency of the name Krishna. So now what happened? So you calculate the power of Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So one Rama name is equals to 1,000 Vishnu's name. One Krishna name is equals to 3 Rama names. So in total, Hare Krishna Mahamantra contains 4 names of Krishna and 4 names of Rama. So naturally, 12,000 names of Vishnu and 4,000 names of Vishnu respectively. So total in one mantra, when you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, you have actually chanted 16,000 names of Vishnu. How much energy you have? We will do in one Japamala, we have 108 Mahamantras. So we have that every Japamala has 108 beats. Let me check if I have that mantra reading here. Okay. So every mantra, every Japamala has that 108 beats. On each and every beat, we'll sing Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. In this way, we'll do chanting for 108 times. One mala contains 108. So how many times you are chanting? 17,28,000 names of Vishnu Sahasranama. How much potency you have in this Mahamantra. So when you are having fever, what will you do? When you are having, you will take Dolo 650 mg. Dolo 650 mg, you take it, you will get reduced of your fever. Now we are having the fever of the material world. We require high doses, not small Vishnu Sahasranama. Vishnu Sahasranama will give you the results, but we require the high doses of Vishnu Sahasranama, which you can get only when you take the tablet of this Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Until and unless we don't chant this Maha Mantra 16 times, 16 rounds. So 108, it makes one round, and like that we chant for 16 rounds. It takes hardly 2 hours. Can't we spend 2 hours of our time for your sake? We give some time for our company. We give time for our children. We take so many times. Can't we give 2 hours of our time for chanting this holy name? So what is 2 hours in this 24 hours? It is hardly 2%. These 2 hours is hardly 2% of our daily time. Can't we give the 2 hours for our self-realization? You are going to get so much benefit. This is your benefit. When you take this medicine, then you can be free from this bondage of material world. The Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, the 4 problems are solved when you take this tablet of 16 rounds of Hare Krishna Mahamantra. When we understand the importance of this chanting, when you do something, when you understand this importance, then naturally we will allocate time. People say, I don't have time, I don't have time. Why they are saying it? Because they do not know the power of these holy names. If you have recognized, if you want to progress in your spirituality, if your goal is to go out of this material world, if your goal is to go out of this Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi cycle, you have to take this Harinam. There is no other way. There is no other way. There is no other way. If your goal is to take birth in so many lives, my goal is to take birth in animal life, take birth in human life, take birth in demon lives, then you can go ahead and do whatever things we are doing. But if you have understood the goal in the session 1, then this is the process. There is no other way. Is there any other way? I cannot know. Absolutely. There is another Upanishad. In a 108 Upanishad, there is 108 Upanishad is called Kali Santarna Upanishad. That Upanishad describes what a human being has to do in this Kali Yuga. Who is speaking this Kali Santarna Upanishad? Amma is speaking to Narada. So Narada asked, these Kali Yuga people, they don't have any time. They are so much occupied with other duties. They are busily doing some other things. What is the benefit for this people of this Kali Yuga? What do you recommend? What did Brahma say? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Iti Soda Shabda Mantra. One should chant this 16 syllable mantra. Hare, if I say Hare Krishna, there are 16 syllables. You have to chant this 16 syllables. This is the process. Just like when you go to a chemistry lab and put your hydrogen, oxygen, and together with mixture to make it a water. There is a process. For our human life, there is a process which is nothing but this Harinam. This Hare Krishna mantra delivers our mind, controls our mind, brings our mind from the mode of ignorance to the mode of goodness. When we are in the mode of goodness, we can control our mind easily. But when we let go of our mind in a mode of passion and ignorance, mind controls us. You cannot control your anger. You cannot control any emotions. Emotions, anger, stress should be under our control. We should bring our mind from ignorance into goodness. Presently, by default, it is in the state of ignorance. We should make it into the mode of goodness. The only process is to chant the holy name. So, for a quick summary, we will see. So, Krishna says, the mind is the best of your friends or it is your enemies. The choice is yours. Whether you want to make your mind the enemy or the friend. It's your choice. The second is, for the one who has controlled his mind, everything is achieved. Even the Supreme Lord is achieved. But Arjuna says, this mind is restless and it's uncontrollable. Krishna accepts it. Yes, this mind is restless. You cannot control it. It is very difficult, but it is not impossible. You can do it by proper, suitable practice and detachment. So, what is this practice? The mantra meditation. Manastrayate the mantra. This mantra will deliver your mind. This is not an ordinary sound. It is a sound vibration which delivers us from this material world. Spirituality without mantra meditation is simply an illusion. If anybody says spirituality, there is no mantra, it is absolutely illusion. So mantra should come from a scripture, not any mantra invented. Mantra is not invented. Mantra comes from a shastra. So this chanting is not new for any religion. It is common for Christianity, Islam, Buddhism, Vedic, Hindu. So we have seen what is the highest dharma is chant the holy names. And what is that holy names? The Vishnu Sahasranama. And not only that, every Upanishad are glorifying that. All the acharyas, all the gurus are saying, bona fide gurus are saying, you should chant the names of Krishna. Jihve Krishna mantram, japa japa satatam janma safalyam. This is Sri Krishna mantram is the mantra which keeps you successful in your life. And that is Hare Krishna mantra in Sista's various names. I have Krishna has put his entire potency in these names. We have seen there are different process of self-realization for the different yuga. Meditation of Vishnu was in Satya Yuga. Meditation on the yajnas were in Treta Yuga. Deity worship in Dwapar Yuga. Chanting of the holy names in this present Kali Yuga. This is backed by various shastras like Brahad Naradiya Purana, Srimad Bhagavad Purana, and Padma Purana. We have seen the holy names. What is the meaning of Hare Krishna mantra? Oh, and we are actually asking energy of Lord to engage ourselves in the service of Lord Sri Krishna. The Falashruti says one Rama is equals to 1,000 names of Vishnu. One Krishna name is equals to 3,000 names of Vishnu. And we have seen the power of Mahamantra, which is equal to one round. If you do, it is 1,17,28,000. So I would recommend you purchase a Japamala, which is made of neem. Take a neem or what you call tulsi. We do it on tulsi or neem. Take it. Try this mantra. One round, one full round. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Try to do it for 1 or 10 times. This entire round, one full mala. Do it for 1 month and see the change within you. You will be a different person. Suddenly, you will everything what we have talked all these sessions, what we are going to talk in future. We are going to see the karma. What the karma? We are going to see, does God exist? If He exists, who is He? What is our practical applications? In order to understand and practically implement, you have to this chanting. Try this. You will be given the sample, right? Try this for 1 month and see the results within you. Apply it in your life. Start noticing how different person you will be. So chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and be happy. So at this point, I would open this session for your questions, for your suggestions. Hare Krishna. Please go ahead. Please unmute yourself or raise your hand.
Okay. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yes, please go ahead.
I'm Dr. Sagar here.
Yes.
Earlier, some time back, I attended this class, but my realization from that class and today's class is entirely different. Okay. So I didn't know why, how I could not make out, understand so many things in that particular class. That was more of a mechanical one. And today's class is more of a self-realization. Okay. And today's class was very simple. You described it in a very simple words, the importance of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra in this Kali Yuga. So that a person who is really established his goal to come out of this material cycle, the only way is there's no other way you can do it.
No other way, yes.
This Kali Yuga, you can't have yajnas, you can't have tapas, you can't have so many things. One thing practically is not possible, and you don't have that much of life left in you. You don't have 1,000 years to live. You got only maximum 100 years to live, and you can't do all these things.
Yes.
The only way is you have to, if your goal is set to come out of this material cycle, if it is really set, then the only way you can do it is by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And you made it so simple that a person maybe first time attending this class will understand, okay, this is the way and there is no other way.
Yes.
Thank you.
So as you said, you will be given some samples, right? Any product you say, like a detergent or if there is new thing, you will be given a sample. Try this for 1 month and see the results. I just recommend all of you, try this one round, at least 1 round, and see for 1 month what changes it is going to bring you. So today, if you don't have any bead, okay, no issues. And on your fingers, take your thumb, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Do it. Try this. It's going to work. Many people ask me, how are you going to say? How are you? How could you understand this Bhagavad Gita? How do you give all these classes? It's not my power. You can say, completely say, it is not at all my power. It is the power of this. You will see it. Until unless you don't experience it, it is impossible. People may say gulab jam is sweet. If you are new to gulab jam, suppose people describe gulab jam as sweet. But until and unless you put that gulab jam on your tongue and actually taste it, you don't understand the taste of the gulab jam. It is sweet or not. But just by hearing, what you will get, you will understand gulab jam is sweet, but you cannot experience its sweetness. So I recommend each and every one of you to try this Hare Krishna Mahamantra and see you will be a different person. Thank you. So any other questions? Devadas ji? Shankar ji? Shila Mata ji? Prasad Rao ji? So we have attended so many temples. We have gone through, we did artis, archanas, this, we have enough of this rotating the agarbattis. Don't make this session as another ritual. Please ask questions. Please be interactive. Without questioning, we are not going to progress. Please challenge me. Why should I do this only? Why not others? You are free to challenge me. You don't need to accept me as it is. Challenge me. If you don't challenge, you will not be able to understand this. If you don't question, simply
Satya
goes
Prabhu?
out of this.
Yeah.
Yes, Sunil Prabhu.
Sanjay. So, like if you look at Sadhguru or Buddhism, right? So we do meditation through that route as well. So, for example, Hatha Yoga that he teaches, or Buddhism saying Shunyaism, right? So that you are able to control your mind and so, right? So that gives immediate respite, okay, to the mind for at least for that period of time, right? So how this is the Hare Krishna mantra is beneficial than these concepts, or say these things that are prevalent.
Yes, as you rightly said, Buddhism, all those mainly talk about the voidism. Because many other meditation techniques like meditate on white light, meditate on void, it works for some time. So how as I already mentioned, we are doing so much nonsense. Suppose we are hearing so much loud noise, the loud music, we are hearing music, it is good. We are putting a high volume and hearing. Then what happens? Suddenly you will get ache. So when you remove these headphones out, you will start to experience a different kind of pleasure. Some pinching sound has gone. But after some time, this lasts for some time only. Again, our nonsense starts again. Our natural tendency is to do nonsense things. So when we are sitting idle, it gives you benefit. These meditation techniques, like present-day Buddhism, voidism, impersonalism, they say it calms our mind for temporary being. But this Hare Krishna Mahamantra is not focusing on the temporary relief. It is giving you a solution which ultimately takes you to from this material world. This material world, whatever you do, whatever adjustments you are going to do, it's a place of Dukkhale and Ashwashwati. Everything is temporary, everything is filled with misery. Other mantras have no potencies to give you that permanent relief. It gives you temporary reliefs. That's the difference between this Hare Krishna mantra and the other meditation techniques which are there giving. It's like when you are suffering from a pain, you are immediately given a painkiller. So you will be doing your activity right immediately. But if you take the painkillers in long run, your kidney starts affecting. You have your kidney affects, or other organ gets damaged in long run. So immediately when you take the painkiller, the pain subsides. But actually it creates another pain. The other meditation techniques are like that. It gives you immediate reliefs, but it's not going to give you any permanent. We are looking for permanent solution, which is given only by the name of Krishna and especially this Hare Krishna. Did I answer your question, Sunilji?
Yeah, thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
The pyramid things, all those things won't work in the long run. I think there is one question in the chat box. Very informative book, especially in this Kali Yuga, chanting mantra is the only solution. Right. Thank you. Thank you, Jagannathji. So, is there any other questions? Pushkaram, Prasad Raoji. So, with the interest of time, So we'll do a nice Damodara Ashtakam.
Hare Krishna, there is no doubts about the today's session, and today's session was very informative, and so thankful that I heard today your session.
Thank you. The only I'm putting the YouTube links along with this. So I know even 1.5 hour session may not be sufficient for you. Sometimes it goes out. So I recommend you to go through this recorded sessions once again, and you will understand. So the process is only to chant the holy names for the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. That is the only technique for mind. So it's already 8 o'clock. So we'll sing Damodara Ashtakam. In this Damodara month, we'll be offering lamp made of ghee. We'll offer it to the Yashoda Damodar, which I'm showing in your picture. While I recite this mantra, this Ashtakam, you offer the lamp. If you don't have any lamp with you, offer it mentally. Namamishwaram Satchitanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam. You can sing along with me as well. Namamishwaram Satchitanandarupam Lasat Kundalam Gokule Brajamanam Yashoda Bilolo Pradavamanam Param Drustam Atyanto Drutya Gopya Yashoda Bilolo Pradavamanam Param Drustam Atyanto Drutya Gopya Rudantam Muhurnetra Yugantam Murjantam Karam Boja Yugamena Satanka Netram Rudantram Muhurnetram Yugam Rujantam Karam Boja Yugamena Satanka Netram Muhushvasakam Patri Rekana Kanta Stita Graivam Damodaram Gativatham Muhushvasakam Patri Rekana Kanta Stita Graivam Damodaram Bhaktivatham Iti Driksvalila Ananda Kunde Swagosham Nipajjantam Akaya Payantam Iti Driksvalila Ananda Kunde Swagosha Nipajjantam Akaya Payantam Tadiye Shitagneshu Bhakte Jitatvam Puna Prema Tastam Satvati Vande Tadiye Shitagneshu Bhakte Jitatvam Puna Prema Tastam Satavriti Vande Param Deva Moksham Na Mokshavadamba Nachanyam Brune Aham Vareshadapiha Param Deva Moksham Na Mokshavadamba Nachanyam Brune Aham Vareshadapiha Idam Deva Purnata Gopala Balam Tadame Manasa Varishtam Ahimanye Idam Deva Purnata Gopala Balam Tadame Manasi Avirsvastam Himanye Idam Te Mukam Bojam Atyanta Nilay Vrutam Kuntale Snigdharate Sagopha Idam Te Mukam Boja Atyanta Nilay Vrutam Kuntale Snigdharate Sagopha Muhustumbita Bimba Raktadaram Me Manasya Virastam Alam Alakshalave Muhustumbita Bimba Raktadaram Me Manasi Avirstam Alam Lakshalave Namo Deva Damodar Ananta Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukka Jalabdimagnam Namo Deva Damodara Vishnu Prasida Prabho Dukka Jalabdimagnam Kripa Drusti Vrushyati Dinam Patano Gruhaneshamam Agnam Dedi Akshidrishya Rupa Drusti Vrushyati Dinam Patano Gruhaneshamam Agnam Edi Akshidrasya Murairatmajau Padda Murtevadhyadva Tvaya Mochitau Bhakti Bhajau Kritau Cha Kuviratmajau Padda Murtevadhyadva Tvaya Mochitau Bhakti Bhajau Kritau Cha Tata Prema Bhakti Swakame Prayacha Namokshe Graho Me Asti Damodariha Tata Prema Bhakti Swakame Prayacha Namokshe Grahosmi Sati
Damodariha
Namaste Studamne Spuradipti Damne Tvadiyo Daryata Vishwasya Damne Namaste Studamne Spurudipti Damne Tvadiyo Daryata Vishwasya Damne Namo Radhikaye Divitriya Priyaye Namo Anantalilaye Devaya Tubhyam Namo Radhikaye Tvadiya Priyaye Namo Anantalilaye Devaya Tubhyam Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama
Hare Rama
Rama Rama Hare Hare
Hare.
Meenakshi ji was saying today's session I have missed. Okay, Meenakshi ji.
Sorry, sir. I tried my level best, but I reached due to some traffic jam. I reached little late. But really sorry, I missed this session. I want please share the YouTube videos.
I'll be sharing this YouTube link. Kindly hear once again. Please go through it. It's a very important for your for everyone. I don't want any of you to miss this. I would recommend you please find some time to hear this once again. Thank you, Meenakshi ji.
Sure, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
So thank you, Kalyani ji. Thank you, Sunil Prabhu ji. Thank you, Jagannath Prabhu. Thank you, Sheila Mata ji. Thank you, Shankar Prabhu. Thank you, Padmavati Mata ji. Thank you, Sagar Prabhu. Thank you, Prasadra Prabhu ji. Thank you, Sridevi Mata ji. Thank you, Pushkala. Thank you, Shravani Mata ji. Thank you, Meenakshi Mata ji and Krishna Kumar. Actually, in our society, we address women as Mataji. We give the same respect which we give to our mother. This is the beauty of our Vedic culture. We treat each and every woman as our mother, except our wife, actually. As you know, each and every woman is like a mother. So we address as Matajis. We'll meet again next Saturday. The topic on the karma. Why do bad things happen to good? Please don't miss it. Please attend and ask questions. Ask whatever your questions you have, right from the session 1 to session 3. Thank you so much. We'll meet next Saturday.